Alright you guys, so we're going to try and attempt, I don't know how well this is going to go, but I'm going to attempt to try and fix this motherboard. If you guys remember from my $85 budget build, this was one of the motherboards that I was originally going to pick up for about $10. Two motherboards for 20 bucks, so $10 each. But it was missing a capacitor, if you guys can see at the top right here. Let me see if it'll focus. So you see the little dangles sticking up here. It's missing a capacitor up here. So I told him obviously I'm not going to pay for that one, but he gave it to me anyways. But it is broken as far as I can tell. I haven't tested it because it is missing something there, and I wouldn't suggest turning it on. So what we're going to try to do is I went on eBay, got these from China. So the capacitor's on here. Let's see if I can get a good focus on it. I'm not sure if it will focus. So it's hard to tell, but the capacitors have numbers on them. If I'm correct, it is 47016. It's an 805 SE PC. 805 SE PC. 47016. Now I could not find 805s, and I also noticed that some of these are 805s, like the big ones. So I think these two right here are 805, and the middle ones are an 804. So I mean the number jumps around. So because of that, there's another 805 down here and an 804 over there. So I couldn't find 804s or 805s, and I don't really know which one went at the top. But I was able to find a 714. But it is a 47060 or 16, so it's the same as the other ones, just that top number. And I tried looking up what that top number meant, and I really couldn't find anything. So I'm literally just gonna go out on a whim and say the other two numbers are the only ones that matter, and hope that I'm right. Which honestly I really don't know if I am, which is why I said we're gonna try. So it was $5 for 3 of them, or $10 for like a baggie of them. So naturally I went for the baggie of them. It was a better deal. So first thing we got to do is get these original pins off of here. So I don't know if I can do the overcam view here. It's about as far in as I can zoom in there. So I mean, I guess I could just attempt to pull it out, but I don't know how stuck in there it is. I never really attempted to mess with it yet. So we're going to use this motherboard box. So I got my soldering iron out here, my little piece of crap soldering. And I'm literally just gonna touch it to this and see if we can melt up that solder and get them to come through. So honestly, I've never done this before, so I don't really know how this works. I have soldered a few things here and there, but never a PCB. So I'm pretty sure they have way better stuff for doing this than what I'm using. So don't try this at home if you like your stuff. So I broke off the tip, and then I put the iron on the soldering tip right there, and just kind of pulled on the little tab underneath. You guys can see one's already missing the tab. It still has the solder right here, which I'm going to get rid of, but the tab is now gone, as you can see, and I'm going to do that with this one now. Wish me luck, I guess. I don't know how well this is going to go. Like I said, for all I know, I could plug this motherboard in and it will explode. I really don't know what's going to happen when I plug it in. I'm just, like I said, it's already broken, so I might as well try, right? No harm in trying. I mean, there might be harm in trying, but you know, you won't know unless you try. And there we go. There's the other one. Nice and out and stuff. So I got a little push pin here, which is basically what I'm going to try to use to clear it out to open up these holes again so I can put the new capacitor in there. So we're going to loosen up this real quick and see how that works. There it is. As you can see, the push pin went straight through. Focus, you know you want to. I did autofocus, but autofocus is tough. So as you can see, the push pin went right through as soon as I heated it up, just to kind of make a little hole, kind of spread a little bigger maybe to make sure that the next one will fit in there. Get as much as that old solder out of here. There we go. So I got the new capacitor, basically seated in as good as it's going to get. Might push it down a little bit more, but as you can see, the pins are still sticking through. You can clip those when you're done. But how I figured out, there's a plus and minus here on the little circle. You can see it's like half white, half empty. How I figured out that is basically this purple stripe seems to be lined up on the plus and minus of all the other capacitors. It's hard to see in photos, but you can see the white stripe kind of right there. So there's a white half circle and then a clear half circle, and this purple edge always lines up on the white. So I'm just going to assume it's the same for this one, and we're really going to hope on that. So we're going to push it all the way down till the ends are sticking out all the way. It's hard to see because camera focus. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and basically solder these down. I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this, since all I have are these giant things of solder. Oh, I should probably not solder the motherboard with this though. That'd be bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we could just get like the tiniest piece on there to solder it with, which is going to be tough, but you know what, we'll figure it out. Doesn't have to look perfect, right? Does it? It doesn't, right? I don't think it does. And if I'm doing things that make you guys really upset, feel free to go ahead and say in the comments. I'm not an electrical engineer whatsoever, so I honestly have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. There we go. Got a little piece of solder there. I'm going to bend these. Kind of make it, make sure I'm putting it in the right way. White is purple. White is purple. White. Purple. Yep, making sure it's in the right way, because that's the last thing I want to do is solder it down and have it wrong. So let's go ahead and start soldering some more. So what I ended up doing is getting a piece of some solder and then like kind of trying to make it into like a really thin stripe. That way I can get it down where it needs to go. So you can do that by just getting a ball and then literally just dragging it. Alrighty, so it took several tries, but as you can see, we got them in straight. It's not coming out. It doesn't have much movement, basically as much movement as one of these have to it. Ugh. Ugh. Smoky. Apparently I was just burning a hole into a bag because it wasn't... Yeah, be careful with your guys' solder irons. I'm not gonna lie, I've sat there and let it burn the shit out of a good amount of stuff before. This wouldn't be near the first time. It burnt a hole in the baggie here, but oh well, the bag's fine. So the little ends here, I like to clip them off. Now I use nail clippers as things to actually clip stuff with. It actually works out pretty good, and I would, yep, it works just fine here. I was gonna say I would assume it would work here because this is very soft metal, but there it is. So you can see my little shitty. Is this it right here? Yeah, I'm gonna put my finger on it so I can see it. Alright, focus camera. Alright, so as you can see, my shitty solder job at the top, clipped right here. These are the two pegs right here. Boop, boop, boop. Those two were soldered on, and there's the capacitor. And that's what it looks like when it's on. Hopefully I soldered it good. I don't even know if this motherboard works to begin with, honestly. But I know that putting a CPU in here with the capacitor without it there would be a bad idea. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in, test it, and see what happens. Okay, so now we're all set, ready for the moment of truth, and I'm kind of nervous. So we have my monitor, trusty 8800 GTS hooked up here for video. And that monitor doesn't have a stand, so basically I made sure this is the optimum setting to test something like this. I did it over carpet, have some extra fabric there. No monitor on the stand, and of course a plethora of electronics and other hard drives just laying right next to it, just in case this thing does catch fire. I know that I'm well prepared. So let's go ahead and try this. It spun up. It's spinning. Oh god. There's a light on the motherboard. There's lights in between the RAM, you guys. I'm scared. I'm scared. What is that? What is that? What just happened? What is this? It was a post error. What does it mean? Okay, so I have no idea what just happened. So we're gonna go ahead and probably should have done this before, put the mouse and keyboard in. But it looks like it's searching for a hard drive but not finding them, which is okay. I'm okay with this. Looks like it was failing to try and boot off some shit. Disk boot failure. Yeah, so it's just basically Sorry. It's basically just telling me that there's no drives to boot from. Okay, so I'm gonna hit reset, so that way I can reset it and try to get in the BIOS right away. Fuck. Yeah, that ghetto monitor set up in my towel just in case it catches fire. I got something flammable to hit it with. Alright. So we have 500 megabytes of RAM, if you guys don't remember. I'm spamming that and getting phone calls. Alright, sorry about the phone call. We're in the BIOS. Holy shit. I can't believe that fucking worked. Holy shit. So, kind of hard because the lighting's not the best over here. But if we can see right here, there's the capacitor I replaced right there. So that's the one that on the edge of the motherboard that got replaced. CPU, the light RAM that I was getting scared of earlier because I don't know, just blinking stuff scares me. But yeah, so apparently whatever I did worked. I'm not sure how, and I do not suggest you guys do this shit at home unless you're like me and just really are super curious about everything and don't care. I didn't expect it to work, but I hear noise. I'm not sure where that noise is coming from, but it's scaring me. Oh, okay, it was one of the clips. All of the clips. Oh my god, they're not pressed on anymore for the CPU cooler. Wasn't that a good thing? That's how the pros do it. Okay, yeah, so it's the CPU cooler making that noise that was scaring the crap out of me. So there's the boot logo. Alright, advanced BIOS features. Hard disk. Do we have overclocking here? With boot devices. Standard CMOS. IDE hard drives. Oh god. Power management, maybe? Ooh, it says tweaker. Oh, look at the overclocks. Max 13. So we can do a 13 here? Yes, we can. Oh, hey. Let's see. What's that? That's only a 2.6 gigahertz. That's our max turbo. And if you want to overclock here, would this be it? Enable performance enhanced with. So this is right here your frequency. Holy crap. Jumped up to 4.3 gigahertz by doing that. What did I... Oh. Fine clock ratio. 0.5 to C. Oh, so you can add 0.5? Okay. Okay, let's give it a plus. Oh, it only goes up to 13.5. That's the highest you're allowed to put your multiplier at. At least it looks like... Yeah, well... Yeah, 13. I don't know if 13.5 will do because it said max of 13. But if I'm correct, this frequency right here is what you would edit to. I don't know why it's at 333. That's really high for at least for this chip. So we'll do 200. I tried entering a number, but it's not letting me. 200. Move, abort, enter, accept. 200. Yeah, it's not. Oh, there we go. Numlock was off. So 200 is 2.7, 300 is 4 gigahertz. So 245 should be 3.3. Okay, so we're doing just a little overclock. I really have no idea what any of this is going to do. How about this? We'll leave our voltage on auto, and we'll bump this down just to a 229, which is a 3 gigahertz. Let's go a little lower. Let's just overclock it slightly. 215 should be what, 2.9? Yeah. Let's do that. It's a couple hundred megahertz. I think 300 megahertz over. So let's go ahead and try that and see what happens. Save to CMOS. Yes. See how much easier it is to overclock old school stuff? Look at that. No crazy features, power states, and all that weird shit that you want to not touch, but at the same time want to touch. It's, yeah. So much easier to just go in and change that frequency there and just be done with it. But yeah, so as you guys can see, I forgot to hit delete. Shit. As you guys can see, the motherboard is working. That cooler's been bugging me on that noise. I'm gonna have to mess with that. And yeah, it works. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, I can press enter, but nothing happened here. But yeah, we just apparently somehow made that work. I really don't know how that happened. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. The budget build is coming. It's actually sitting right behind me. Not going to disclose any price, but if you guys have watched the vlogs, then you know there's going to be a 970 in it. So yeah, be ready for that. That's going to be coming this weekend. I do work 6 days this week, so I'm kind of struggling for time. But I'm definitely going to try and make sure that gets out this weekend. I've already finished the benchmarks. I just have to do all the recording, which honestly, they're both very, very time consuming. So I thought I'd release this in the meantime to keep you guys occupied with some form of content. So I decided to try and fix a broken motherboard. But anyways, you guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This is Steven with All Talk On, and I will catch you guys later.